All right, Andrew. Tonight, Dan Gilbert's family is asking for privacy after the business mogul was hospitalized after suffering stroke-like symptoms.
And while we don't know the severity of it, we do know it's serious enough that he's canceled an appearance Wednesday at the Mackinac Policy Conference. And as business editor Rod Maloney shows us, for a man with such a huge stake in Detroit's comeback, there's a lot riding on his speedy recovery.
The queue line in the city of Detroit, it exists merely because Dan Gilbert wanted it to show Washington we could do mass transit on our own. The Hudson site, a building that's expected to be taller than the Renson. Once again, Dan Gilbert. Come over here. You've got scooters on the street, and you've got people eating al fresco in downtown Detroit. All of this, Dan Gilbert's vision. In 2014, Bedrock showed us Gilbertville, 65 lit-up model mock-ups of buildings the Detroit native held at the time. Since 2014, Gilbert's added smartly to his Detroit holdings and breathed life into the downtown it's not seen in generations. Foot traffic on a holiday? In an interview with Local 4's Evrod Cassimy, Gilbert tried to dispel the notion, though, that he's Detroit's savior.
No one person or no one company, I don't care if you're us or General Motors or the Illiches, it's impossible. All we want to see is the best Detroit possible.
Still, his health scare has city leaders on edge. Convention and Visitors Bureau Chief Larry Alexander.
We want him to have a speedy recovery and hope that he pulls out of this, and with the flying colors, because he has been such an important influence in what has happened in our great city.
Alexander believes Gilbert's biggest and best contribution is building momentum.
You have to look around and say that because of his influence, that has spurred other individuals and other companies and people to want to invest in the city of Detroit.
And think of the Ford purchase of the train station and many other events like that. Bill Emerson, the CEO of Quicken, is going to be going in Dan Gilbert's stead. And of course, this is going to end up being quite a lot of the conversation at the Mackinac Policy Conference. And we'll certainly be hearing more about that from Devin Skillian, who was already on his way up there. Jason, back to you.
Yeah, actually, I'll take it, Rod. I know Dan Gilbert more recently has been looking to get into redevelopment into the neighborhoods as well. So we certainly are wishing him a speedy recovery. Are you hearing any more about that?
Well, here's the thing. Dan Gilbert has said repeatedly that blight is a cancer, and it needs to be cut out in order for you to be able to do anything to move forward. And so just last week, he and Roger Penske put $5 million into a neighborhood well outside the city on the east side. And so he's already got that ball rolling. And certainly many residents in the city, many also business leaders and city leaders are hoping that momentum continues, and they're all certainly, again, hoping for a speedy recovery.
Yeah, we are too. Okay. Rod, we appreciate it.